Hey, thanks for picking up the phone. So my girl, Andrea Renee, who I love here on YouTube, does these FaceTime vlogs. And I'm so inspired by them because, first of all, I love her vlogs because they're so chill. And she's just one of those people that I feel like is genuinely authentic and shares so much. And I just love her. So I think if you're looking for that, I really think you'd like her channel. I will link her channel below. But yeah, she does these FaceTime vlogs, and I feel like they're kind of different every time, but they're just super chill, and it feels like you're just hanging out throughout the course of the day or the week. And so I wanted this one to be my very own FaceTime vlog. So we're on FaceTime, friends, okay? I'm going to tell my editors to not cut out all of the dead space, because I really do want to feel like we're just hanging out together and it's not highly edited or anything like that. Not that all my videos are like wildly edited, but you know what I mean. So today I am actually getting my nails done. It's a little earlier than I typically go. Like, that is one of those splurges I do for myself. I just love it. Did I ever tell you why I started getting my nails done? And this is so dumb. And looking back, like I've reclaimed my power back from this, and now I go for myself. Okay, so I want to say that first and foremost. When I used to teach, I had this coworker who I really, really enjoyed working with. And this person knew that I also had like this YouTube channel, and I talked about makeup and all this stuff. But at the time, and if you go back in my old videos, you will see at that time, I would paint my nails. Like, I loved nail polish, but I had the habit of biting my nails. This is why I'm going back earlier than usual. I mean, it's like literally 3 days earlier than these usually will last like 3.5 weeks. I think it's like 2.5 weeks at this point. So this person, after, a year and a half of working together, they said, "Why don't you get your nails done?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And they were like, "Well, like, you show makeup up close and stuff. Like, don't you feel like it's kind of part of your professional job when it comes to that to have nice looking nails?" Because my nails, it was always chipping. They were really, really short. Like I said, I had the habit of biting them. Anyway, they were not meaning to be mean. Like, it was a genuine, just like friend to friend conversation. They were curious. And it had crossed my mind, but it was just something I didn't regularly do. I did not go get my nails done, so it wasn't even on my radar. Also, with the teacher's salary, I know many of you guys are teachers watching and you get your nails done. I think that is awesome, but it was harder to do with the salary. Teachers should be paid more. That's really what I'm getting at. Anyway, so that really stuck with me. It really stuck with me. And I don't think I started doing it right after, but soon after I did start getting them done a little bit regularly. And then now I've been going a lot. Anyway, that's my story. What do you think? Is that crazy? I don't know. I feel like there are just those things that people say to you in your life, especially when you're like a kid. There were things that were said to me as a kid that always affected me. And I know some of you guys listening, like, you probably can think of something that someone said to you in middle school or high school, and it affected you. Like, you still think about it. I heard Amy Poehler on her podcast say something like, a boy when she was in elementary school said she looked like a frog. And to this day, she still thinks about how she maybe looks like a frog, which I don't see that at all. Anyway, it's a good reminder to teach your kids, if you have them, or your nieces, nephews, grandkids, whatever, the power of words. Anyway, one of the greatest insults that was hurled at me when I was in kindergarten was people called me lion. I've shared this before because I had baby hair. I now know what it was, like that I had baby hairs growing in. I see it in my oldest daughter. She has the same thing, and she's in like first grade. And so my hair would be pulled back in a ponytail, but all the hairs would stick out all around like a lion's mane. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. It's kind of a funny nickname looking back. But I became obsessed with having my hair like slicked back, hair-sprayed, like not a single hair out of line, like through all of elementary school. Eventually I let it go. Anyway, what about you? Like, what was that thing that someone said to you when you were younger that you're like, She's still mad about it. I'll use something different. Let me see. Using the Soft Glam. I'm still loving this. I'm feeling a little, I need to scratch an itch. I want to see what new launches are going on at the drugstore right now. I want to do a little research, maybe go to Walgreens or something. Maybe I'll take you along with me, see if there's anything new. I feel like there's something about when the weather cools down just a bit that I'm like, ooh, I want to go check that out, see what's going on. I have such redness from, I finally am over whatever weird cold we had. I don't know. I don't know if it was like a variant of something, you know, or whatever, but we're all good now. But it was just kind of a weird one. And I feel like in all four of us in the household, it manifested a little bit differently. And it was never that extreme. Like we all felt okay. But like for me, it was a lot of sinus pressure and sinus headaches. And then just having to blow my nose a lot. But like other than that, I was okay. It was real. There was a day where I had like body aches. I think maybe it was just one day, but all is okay now. But I also attribute that to like the start of the school year and all of that mess. So the Soft Glam from e.l.f. is so good. Have you guys tried it? Like, I know I've been talking about it for a while, but it really is that good. I'm just going to put a little, see, I don't even know that I really need it. It's so pretty. It's not like super dewy. It's not super matte. It really is satin, like they say. Like the coverage level is great. I'd say like medium coverage. It stays really well. The price is right. It's amazing. And I'm still using the shade 21 for my like general everyday shade. So this morning I woke up a little bit earlier than I usually do before the school bus and all that, getting the girls ready. And I made cinnamon rolls. But before you're like, wow, no, it was the Annie's like cinnamon rolls. First of all, it's been a while since we've had those. Those were so good. I think the key is to not over bake them. That's probably true for any cinnamon roll. But it felt like there was also enough icing. That is always the issue, that there's never enough icing. So I'm like, I'm not eating this dry cinnamony roll. We're all there for the icing. Anyway, made it for the girls and they of course loved it. Now we've got a couple left over. But we had quite a weekend of like sweets. And I was realizing, I'm like, okay, maybe we need to pump the brakes because on Saturday I made pancakes and then I made a few extra for the week so that we could just, heat through them and then they're ready to go. Tyler yesterday made crepes with like the ones for the girls were Nutella. We had some ham and cheese ones. He made, oh my gosh, they're so good. And then today I made cinnamon rolls. I'm like, okay, maybe we need to like hit them with some like eggs and toast or like something that's not sweet. I'm like, how did this happen? But a lot of times on the weekends when we have slower mornings, it just feels right to make like pancakes or do something like that. So we both enjoyed the weekend and the food was really good. But yeah, it's been a lot. I'm kind of like desperate for something not sweet. I had just a little bit of the cinnamon roll, but I feel like that early in the morning, we're talking like 6 a.m, a cinnamon roll, it's too much. I'm like, I'll take a little bit of coffee. Maybe in an hour I'll have a banana or something or a boiled egg, but yeah, anyway. I this morning went on a 4.5 mile run, you guys, and I am so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself because as you know, it's been a weird summer. I mean, like things happen in our lives. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link the update video where I share the true specifics of everything. But it was a weird summer. And I feel like because I felt kind of betrayed by my body, as I mentioned in that video, I think that getting back into working out has been very good for me, but has been very confusing for me. And I just think my hormones are still leveling. Like, I just don't think my hormones have like totally leveled out. Anyway, as I start crying because of my hormones, undoubtedly. Point is, I was just proud of myself today. It was a good day. It was a good run. Did not expect to get this emotional this early in the video. So sorry, friends, but I know you guys understand. Listen, if this were a real FaceTime call, I would probably be getting emotional at some point about something. So, but yeah, it was just one of those days where the stars aligned, where I had the weekend off from working out. So my body was like actually rested. We got good sleep this weekend, which is rare. And then, with young kids. And then furthermore, it was like 56 degrees out. It felt amazing. It was slightly chilly. So, I mean, I was just cruising. And furthermore, I was doing what I call a worship run where I listen to my playlist I have for like Christian music I love is called God Will Not Fail. And then, so that's what I shuffled that. And man, can I say, I never run better and longer than when I'm listening to worship music. It's crazy. So whatever that is for you, I know we're not all the same. We don't all believe the same thing. But my point is having those kind of meditative songs, like I said, whatever that means for you, I think is wildly powerful. And it really elevates whether you're going on a long walk, a run, whatever you're doing, really can elevate it. And so I wanted to share that because the other thing I was realizing during my run was I sometimes feel, and I'm curious if you feel this way too, sometimes I feel like if I am only going to church on Sundays, and I love that, like I feel connected to God in that time and on that day, I will crave like more touch points throughout the week. And so for me, I feel that I pray daily or I at least try to multiple times a day. I try to have silence in my day to like allow myself to like not be so filled with nonsense, you know what I mean? But also, reading the Bible throughout the day, reading a devotional. For a while, I was doing a Bible study. I'm trying to squeeze that back into my schedule. We'll see as the school year progresses. But I realized that I have in my hands a surefire way to feel more connected to God, and it is doing like a worship run or a worship walk. And I felt so connected to God and felt like I, had the time to think about life and to think about, to be grateful for things, experience gratitude, for me to pray for people I care about with no other interruptions because, it's just you and your thoughts and maybe music and that's it. Like, I'm not going to be distracted by like looking at my phone or the kids coming up to me. So anyway, I wanted to share that because I have a strong feeling someone out there, one of you guys needed to hear that. And if that is you, there you go. Okay. I love this freaking palette. Okay. This one's been around forever. It's the Tartelette in Bloom. It is the perfect neutrals palette. I am so glad it's in my life again. I just love it so much. It's got everything I could need. It's got shimmers. It's got mattes. Like, it is so good. What color should I get my nails today? That's the other piece of it. Like, I really don't know. I was kind of thinking, because it's starting to feel like fall, but I'm like, am I ready for like more muted nails yet? I don't know. I might look for like a light purple. I just love purple. So I might look for like a light purple, but if I can't find the color I want, maybe I will end up going for like a tan or like what if I go for a mauve or mauve, however you say it, if you're nasty. I feel like mauve is one of those colors. First of all, my mom always wore that color on her nails when she would paint them, and I just loved it. But I feel like that's a really good borderline color where it's still kind of like a fun color, but it's still more muted. Ooh, I think that's exactly what I'm going to look for. And I would bet $1 million if my mom sees these nails, she will say, I really like that nail color. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. It was inspired by Hugh. All right. I decided, do I want a little shimmer? Why not? We went to this place yesterday with some friends and their kids. So the kids were playing together. And it's one of those places that's like a brewery restaurant. But it has this huge outdoor, like literally beer garden, but it's all family friendly. They had a huge playground, a like sandy area. The kids were an absolute mess. They had so much fun. They have like cornhole and bocce ball, like picnic tables everywhere. People were throwing birthday parties for kids in the corner. Like, that is how family friendly it was. The pizza was amazing. And I just kept looking around because it was not that far from us. And I'm like, how have we never heard of this place? This place was amazing. It was absolutely packed. And I'm thinking, if this is this close to us, how have I never heard anyone talking about it? So if you're local, it is Beer Brewery, B-I-E-R, in Noblesville. Oh my gosh, that place, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I even told my parents about it, and they're like, we should go sometime with you. I'm like, all right. So yeah, it was a really cool, fun vibe. The weather was great, so just being outside. Of course, the kids saw that like the Minions were playing. We went in to order our food, and the Minions, whichever of the 10 movies that there are now, was playing on the TV inside because they had tons of seating in there. And of course the girls are like, can we eat inside and watch that? I'm like, no, like go outside and play on the plane. What is wrong with you? Kids. So I need to get some work done before I go later to the nail appointment. And I have a couple errands to run. I don't know if today is gonna be the magical day that I actually do them. I have a couple of returns that I, like Amazon returns that I have to take to Kohl's. And then there are a couple things that I could get done. So like I said, we're gonna see if today ends up being the magical day. I'm gonna make some breakfast too because I am hungry. There's the leftovers from, oh, avocado. I'm gonna have avocado toast. Felicity will kill some avocado. So she had like half of one this morning, but now the other half is just sitting there going bad. So I'm gonna make English muffin and enjoy that while we hang together. And like I said, I would love to go to the store and just peruse the drugstore. I never do that. I really don't. And it just sounds like so much fun, especially a place like Walgreens. Like I love going to Ulta, but there's something about going to a true drugstore like Walgreens and walking the aisles that is just so fun. I just saw my friend texted. Yes, okay. So one of my friends is like the Bath and Body Works expert. And I texted her and said, hey, because I know you will know the answer to this, are the fall scents out at Bath and Body Works? Because I wanted to get maybe like a seasonal soap or two. I've learned that I really should only get seasonal soaps for like one sink. And it's usually like our kitchen one or somewhere like that, or like our bathroom where it will get used up. Otherwise, we end up with a fall or Christmas scent all year round. Because it takes a while to go through a soap unless you're like multiple people are using it all the time. I feel like it does. Anyway, some of y'all are like, do you ever wash your hands? Yes, I do. Anyway, oh, I didn't put it down. So that again might be on the docket. We'll see. It's probably going to depend on how much work I can get done this morning, whether I get to do that. Okay, start, Jessie, start it. I am amazed that I could buy 2 bushels of bananas mere days ago, and they're both nearly gone. I have said before, and I'll say again, if you tried avocado toast and you didn't love it, it may be because it needed salt. Honest to goodness, like without salt, I actually think avocado toast would be nasty. But with the salt, it just like brings out the flavor you actually want. I can't explain it. Oh my gosh, my mouth waters just looking at it. Another part of my day yesterday, or well, the weekend I should say, is I went around. It was so pleasurable to do, okay? I went around and I like sprayed off all of the cobwebs, spider webs, anything like that throughout our yard, like over by the place that we get a lot of spiders. I don't know if it's the water. We have a pile of wood that we like burn throughout the course of the year, I'm certain. But we had their little toy box with like balls and bubbles and that kind of thing right near that pile of wood. And that toy box, I opened it the other day to get out bubbles for the girls, and the most ginormous, disgusting spider jumped, not at me, but it felt like it was directly at me, okay? I screamed, of course, and I try to be brave and not do that kind of thing in front of the girls, you know. And Jenny's like, what? I'm like, oh, it's a spider. She's like, oh. And I'm like, well, I wasn't scared of it. It was just that it surprised me is all. Which, I mean, honestly is true. If I see a spider over there, I'm like, okay, spider's over there. Like, I'm not screaming and running away, but anyway. So I ended up taking that task to dump out all of the toys. Half of it was trash, like old, crumbly sidewalk chalk. You know how it is. And sprayed that sucker out. That thing is so clean. And then I moved that little toy box way farther away, like on the other side of their play set. So hopefully there will be less spiders. Not no spiders, but less. Hopefully. Okay, Bruno, you're gonna come outside. It's a boy. It's perfect weather. It's perfect weather. Mm-hmm. Look at that waggly tail. Are you the best boy? He said, well, I really came because I smelled food is really why I'm here. Now, obviously that was not enough food to satiate me. Trying to decide, I might do these egg bites, or I'm either going to do these, which are delicious, or just like a chocolate protein shake, like pre-made things. Both of them from Costco. Trying to decide what sounds good right now, because this is my thing. If I don't eat enough, I should check the fridge. Hold on. I just realized if I don't eat enough in the morning, I will snack all day long. And if I eat enough to actually fill myself to the point where I feel full in the morning, I tend to eat lunch. I might have like a snack in between lunch and dinner, but versus like a snack between breakfast and lunch, like 2 snacks after lunch. Like, I just feel like my whole day is off unless I like actually feel full from lunch. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but so I think I'm gonna go, actually the protein shake sounds better. Sounds delicious. So let's go get them. They're in the our like outside fridge situation. I don't often take you guys out here. Ooh, where are they? They're there. These are the true goat, if you will. 30 grams of protein. They are so unbelievably delicious. They're made with Fairlife, so they actually taste like milk versus other stuff. It's so good. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this, grab my laptop, get a little work done. I think I'm gonna sit outside, so I'm gonna hang up the phone. I'll call you back in a little bit. Bye. All right, lunch today is gonna be some leftovers. I'm gonna do leftovers of our, I swear I'll stop talking about it eventually, the viral like sweet potato taco meat bowl. I'll put the link below as usual. It is so good. You guys, it is so good. When I thought about it on the drive home, I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna heat up some taco meat, some sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes have a little bit of cinnamon on them, and you put this with cottage cheese. I know, stay with me. Avocado, although I think I'm gonna skip it since I just had some this morning. And I don't feel like that makes or breaks this for me. And then you drizzle it with honey or hot honey is really how it's meant to be served. It is so good. And I know it sounds so weird with the cottage cheese. I am telling you, it is truly unbelievable. And really, all told, pretty darn healthy if you think about what all goes into it. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna eat some of that while I get that last bit of work done. I just texted Tyler. He is going to, okay. We have this thing we call limbo time. And that sounds way more fun than it is, I guess. It's basically the time, and this is on the days that Felicity, the couple days a week she goes to her preschool type place. Those days in the time between when everyone is home, so around 2:30, 3 p.m., and when we would eat our family dinner at like 5 or 5:30, that time in between there, that's like the time where we can either get something done or we can do something as a family or both. And so a lot of times we'll do like, you know, a walk as a family or go to a park, or if it's like actually hot out, go swimming together. But other days, like today, it's a great time to get something done. So like Tyler, we need to cut the grass. So Tyler's like, you know what? Today during limbo time, I'm going to cut the grass. We call it limbo, kind of like it's in between two worlds. It's like a purgatory between two worlds. Anyway, I think I might take the girls to the Dollar Tree. I promised them I would do it someday after school this week. And Genevieve has got a couple dollars burning a hole in her pocket for doing some things around the house. So it's just really weighing down her pocket. So I actually need to get a couple things there too. So if we go, I'll take you along, of course. But yeah, yum. So this, cottage cheese, honey, avocado, technically, it's so good, you guys. Well, this is my current state of affairs. I need to clean up Miss Felicity's room. You know what? This is one of her favorite toys of all time. We've had it. This might have been Genevieve's originally. It's like a little picnicky Fisher-Price or leapfrog, whatever. This is her favorite toy to play with. Like, we play with this and have like a little tea party picnic, whatever, with her stuffies a couple times a week. And we have for like a year. And she has never grown tired of it. So it's one of those toys that, you know, in all the aesthetically pleasing things you see, and like even I have like some wooden toys and some nice things like that. Sometimes their favorite toy really is just a bright, noisy thing like this. Evidence right here. All right, so me and the girls are at the Dollar Tree. We are gonna get, like I told you, some things I need. We got money burning a hole in one of these kids' pockets. from working very hard. So very excited to go. I love going to the Dollar Tree. I feel like I always want to go more often, but it ends up being a couple times a year. And every time I go, there's so many things I'm like stocking up on, which is fun. And it's usually a good deal. So let's go to the Dollar Tree. Also, sidebar, I'm trying the Alpine Blast flavor of Poppy. Have you guys ever had this? I have to say, I used to really like Diet Mountain Dew back in the day, like in college. I think this tastes better than Diet Mountain Dew, which is, I think, saying a lot coming from me. How exciting. All the Halloween stuff's out. My littlest one is really into witches right now. This stuff is really cute. I feel like a lot of this is like so much. Okay, hold on. I feel like a lot of this stuff is just even cooler than it usually is. Like, honestly, it's just, I love it. And also, Felicity's picked out skeletons. We'll see what we actually end up getting, but so far that's what she's picked out. Okay, so this is kind of the size birthday bag I think I'm gonna get, and I'm kind of getting some that can work for different people, different ages. Like, I feel like this one's a good one. Just gonna get a couple. We reuse these as much as possible, but sometimes, you know, you give a gift to someone that you're not gonna get it back from, which is normal. So we're gonna get those. Skeletons are still in there. I need some gift tissue paper. Probably just one of these. Are these Care Bears? Oh, boy, they look like it, don't they? That's crazy. Look at these Disney princess ducks. Oh my gosh, they've got a Stitch. What else? Tigger.
This area.
Look at the brows.
I'm getting this one.
Is that hilarious?
Mommy, I'm getting Ariel.
Okay.
And I want the Elsa one.
Oh my goodness. One little thing. We have a little cash register we bought a while ago at IKEA, and we don't have any money for it now. So I'm like, that's kind of perfect. They even have like first day of school stuff. I love the Dollar Tree. I was always in this section back when I was teaching. I love it so much. All right, got some glitter glue. They had like a paint by water thing. Got a coloring book. We did end up grabbing a couple of these. Okay, so we have a few of these, and they are great for like a bunch of crayons, a bunch of markers. You know how you just collect them over the years just to have them all in one spot. Thinking about getting a fourth one for like scissors and glue and stuff. I think I'm gonna. Okay, guys, today is the day. Pumpkin cream cold brew day. It just launched. I know you guys are seeing this after the fact. Sorry, that's sun flare. I just got a tall because sometimes I feel like I never actually finish when I get these all the way to the bottom. That's not always true. Anyway, I just did a tall today. Anyway, let's do first sip of the season. I'm so excited. Oh yeah. It's just so good. I definitely prefer this, as I say every year, over pumpkin spice lattes. Those are just sweeter. I mean, come on, they're delicious. But again, that's one I know I can't finish the whole thing without my stomach just not feeling great. But I'm sure you could get this anytime, but you could get an iced pumpkin spice latte. So that's another way to do it if you're not into the cold brew one, but you want something iced. Anyway, especially right now, like the beginning of the fall where it's not super, super cold out, you know? But I honestly thought that it would be way more busy. I did mobile order and then left my house to go get it, and I think that's part of it. I will say the drive-through line was very long, but I feel like mobile order, parking for 2 seconds and running in and grabbing it is always faster. That's all. Alrighty, we're gonna head into Walgreens, and then I'm gonna do those Amazon returns I talked about the other day. We're gonna check those off the list. I literally have nothing in mind to buy at Walgreens other than just perusing, seeing what's new, seeing if anything catches my eye. And then if there's enough cool stuff that I personally am excited to try, I might do like a trying new makeup video, but I'll definitely show you a haul here in a sec when we're back on the phone together. But yeah, this is so good, y'all. Isn't it funny how there are certain things in life that, whether it's a taste of something or a scent of something, whatever, that can just transport you to different times in your life? Or just, I mean, obviously this makes me think of fall, which is my favorite time of year, but it makes me think of certain like favorite memories in the fall. Like, I feel like we told everyone we were pregnant with Felicity at our like family annual hayride fall party we do at a park. And I think we like played telephone or something to tell everyone. And it was so fun and just filled with joy. And that is definitely a favorite memory. So cheers to that. How about that? Cheers to great fall memories. Whether with family, friends, or just by yourself. All of them are Just wonderful. Okay, all right. Let's go shop. I'm feeling a little overdressed when it comes to like, I'm wearing a little matching set, long sleeves and joggers. It was 45 this morning going out to the bus stop. 45, but the high is like 70. So now we're in this like weird limbo, but I'm like, you know what? I feel so comfy. Ooh, I feel so comfy. All right, I got a cart just in case I wanted it, you know. I always stop and look at the like Maybelline single shadows. They're just so good. Nude Glow is a 10 out of 10. So good. So is what's it called? Yeah, Nude Glow. That's exactly. It's so good. It's like the best single shadow. Although I don't think that is that always called Nude Glow? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's keep looking. I'm too nervous to try the Maybelline like plump things. You know what I mean? Because they've got like the fire, like the pepper on them, and I feel like it's gonna be that kind of pepper that I'm not super into. Let's see. I did want to get, you know what? I do want to try the Colossal mascara, the bubble that I like. I'm wearing it today, but I told you it transfers a lot. I was saying in a comment though that I feel like it hasn't been transferring as much. I think because the weather hasn't been as hot. I don't know. So I was thinking about getting the waterproof, but then a lot of you guys said the waterproof one is kind of flaky. So I'm like, maybe it's not worth the like $15 or whatever it is to do that, you know? I'm feeling a little nostalgic. So I'm thinking about getting a Revlon lipstick. Some of these like I think I remember Gentlemen Prefer Pink. Flushed looks really pretty based on that swatch. Kind of looks up my alley. Afterglow. We'll see what I end up on. I'm wondering if these are any good. Have any of you guys tried them? Looking at this color here. Bellini Spritz. I completely forgot about these little guys. I used to love that. Oh gosh, that's making me so happy. I might get one for my purse. It has been years, and I remember the rosy one as well, but I think I'm just gonna get the cocoa butter. Cute little BB. All right, stacking up pretty good. Some interesting things to try I haven't really heard anyone talk about. Oh, actually, Gold Bond. Speaking of, they make, this is one of my favorite, like when I'm super itchy, this is one of my go-tos. I literally just emptied this, but I was wanting to get again, they make, I think it's Gold Bond, like a retinol body lotion that I enjoyed, and I was thinking about getting again if I can find it. Maybe it wasn't Gold Bond. Who was it? I'm pretty sure it was. I used to use this all the time. Do any of you guys use this? Do you like it? The skin firming. Do you feel like it works? It's so funny though, because when I was buying this, you guys, I was like 20. What was I firming? I think it's just one of those things that like we're all always in our heads about our bodies. Even when you're looking your absolute best and you're like at the age of 20, I was getting firming lotion. There's no harm in it, but you know, it's like, oh, if we only knew. Okay, I might actually get this. I'm pretty sure I've heard good things about this. It smells really nice too, just super hydrating. All about the cocoa butter today. Oh, found some new launches. Yes. Oh, and there's the waterproof of that. Maybe I'll try it for science to let you guys know. Maybe do like a comparison little Instagram reel or something. This is looking a lot like the old school ones we all loved from the different brands, like the lip butters. You know what I'm talking about. What color do I get? Pink drip, peach, no, maybe caramel. Ooh, berry haze probably, actually. Yeah, that looks up my alley. Is that too dark? I'm also eyeing these. I love a liquid lipstick in the right moment. Worth It is the shade that I love in the other L'Oreal, like kind of plumping lip oil. And they have Worth It and they have Worth It Medium. I feel like it's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury famous color. Why can't I think of it right now? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I love that they've got that and then they've got like a deeper one. However, I don't see this one anywhere. They have one of the Worth It I'm holding here, but I'm also comparing it to the Lanou Rose there. And I think I might go with that, which is this lighter one here. What is it about walking around a drugstore that just makes me so happy? Like, even if I weren't buying a single thing, there's just like something about it. It's just like, I just love it. Listen, first of all, we always have these in the freezer. Amazing, especially for young kids. Like when you can't get them to drink anything, they will almost always eat a popsicle. So those are amazing to just have on hand. This is the best hydration thing for kids and adults. And they're buy one, get one half off. And these are crazy expensive. So I'll Although now I'm seeing Walgreens has their, maybe I just try theirs. $10. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, these are so good, and this flavor is the best one, berry frost. It literally is blue. It's delicious. This was the stuff like when we went to Egypt and everyone was getting high. Literally there were people on IVs because they were so dehydrated without even realizing it in the dry heat. We drank these every single day and we were good. Thank goodness. Sometimes you just find the craziest deals. These are all 50% off. I ended up bringing this on a recent trip and the kids absolutely loved it. It's like toys in this cup. It's great for road trips, whatever. They loved it. $5. All this stuff. I'm like, man, these are some good deals. As if you haven't gotten enough Halloween in this vlog already. There's some more stuff. I will say I absolutely love both of these things right here. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. That looks like my childhood, and that, of course, just makes me happy. Oh no. Okay, as promised, I'll show you a Walgreens haul of the things I actually got. Makeup-y, I showed you some of it, but for those curious, those are just the Pedialytes and stuff. I got some cold medicine, kids cold medicine. It's like homeopathic. So here, I'll show you if you're curious. I'm not sure how much of a difference this makes, but sometimes, like for a 3-year-old, I feel like other than like Tylenol you can give them, you know, I feel like sometimes giving them this, like this has been working on Felicity, where I think it maybe helps a bit, but the mental game with her right now, and so her is like, okay, her is like, she's like, I'm feeling better because I've had medicine. You know what I mean? Like that vibe. So the stuff we had was about to expire. So I was like, you know what? This lasts a few years. Let's just go ahead and get some more. So it's the Highlands mucus and cold, the homeopathic stuff. Okay, so as I said, I got the Vaseline Cocoa Radiant. I'm gonna put some of this on. Some on my arm. I just love the smell of cocoa butter, but this smells even better. It has like a really nice scent. But yeah, from what I've heard is it just like really, I don't know how well you can see, really hydrates. 48-hour moisture. I don't know. It feels really, really nice. So very excited to finally try that. All right, I want to try on one of these lippies. So the one that I was the most excited about, and the lovely cashier at Walgreens today was saying these are so good. So I ended up getting 2 shades. I got Berry Haze and Caramel Glow. This one is Berry Glaze. Ooh, it is like kind of a berry color. It sounds like someone else. I listen to 1940s music in my car a lot. Okay. And it sounds like someone else is. I'm like, are you my best friend? Okay. It's pretty comfy. I will say it wasn't as like slippery as a lot of these kinds of products are. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know. But honestly, I feel like it's going to stay in place a little bit better. So this is the Lifter Glaze Oil Balm, but it doesn't feel wildly oily. And this color, this kind of berry, I actually really like. I don't know that I really have too much just like this. The other color I got, what did I do with it? Where is it? There it is Caramel Glow. All right, I'm gonna swatch these next to each other so you guys can kind of see. So there's Berry Glaze and there's Caramel Glow. Definitely a little pinker, a little bit nudier for the caramel one. So I will probably end up using both a ton, you know. But I am just so excited. This really does remind me of the kinds of products I was really into back when we were in that nostalgic video. You know what I mean? All right, I also want to swatch the L'Oreal Liquid Lip Stain. That's like a little more hydrating though. Okay, I'm worried that this is a little too pink. In person, it looks a little more bubblegum than it is coming across on camera. I feel like it darkens everything on camera. On this camera anyway. So that's a little bit of a concern. Here, I actually do have a napkin. Let me... Well, here, before I do this, why don't I go ahead and try the caramel glaze on my lips, just so we have an idea. Sometimes I feel like with products like this, the color of your lips really does change the way some of these look. So they look different on everyone. But this is the caramel one. I mean, I like it too. They're very, very similar on my lips, so I probably didn't need both, but here we are. Okay, now let's try this stain, and then I'm not gonna try anything else because I'll probably do like a little try on video at some point in the very, very near future. So, all All right, this, like I said, I got the shade La New Rose. Yeah, that is super pink. Oh man. I like the way it feels where it's that slightly tacky, moisturized feel, but it's gonna stay on a long time. This color is just not for me. Like, I don't know. It might look okay on camera, but I'm telling you, in person, it is like Barbie pink, a little bit lighter, and I just feel like on me it's not great. So we'll see. However, formula-wise, I'm really digging it. So if you've tried this and you know of a color that you think I might like, maybe you like, let me know. I probably should have gone with the one I knew I would like, which was Worth It. Anyway. Yeah, it's already stained. You know what? We're going to do a little damage control with the berry color. I am so excited about this. It's really just pulling out the pink of that stain though. Oh well. All right. So what else did I get just quickly? I got the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer in Bellini Spritz that I showed you. I'm just so curious. I haven't heard anyone talk about these. I also went to the number 7 section and I genuinely forgot that number 7 was still around, and I'm not joking. You just forget because it's only, at least here in the States, it's in Walgreens. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if it's at like Ulta or Target or anywhere. I don't think it is. I got this blush. It's the shade Honey. It looks like a really neutrally peachy color, and I'm really into powder blushes. I'm realizing that was already open. It doesn't look swatched though. It's all right. I got the Revlon Glimmer Blush Drops. Very curious about this. As you saw, the little Vaseline cocoa butter. Little baby. So cute. I also finally got my hands on the Lift and Illuminate powder. This one, if you recall, years ago, I had this exact powder, but it was in silver shiny packaging. And it was my go-to powder for my under eyes. It was so good. It was a pressed powder. It blurred. It was easy to use, but they changed the packaging and I think maybe changed the formula. And so many of you guys have been dying to know if it's any good or if it's a dupe or if it's the same. Could it be a dupe if it's the same product? Anyway, I will try. I will let you know. I also grabbed the Neutrogena Glow Perfector pen. This looks a lot like the famous from like 15 years ago YSL Touche Éclat pen, but I haven't used a product like this in a while, and I'm wondering if on those days where I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, if I might actually quite like this kind of product. I did end up grabbing the waterproof bubble mascara. I grabbed the Revlon Grip Primer. I've really been enjoying that one from e.l.f., but I had a few of you guys asking if there were other versions of that similar, so we're going to find out if this is similar. And then I also got the Revlon Super Lustrous Glass Shine Lip Balm. It's in Glossed Up Rose, so we'll swatch and play with this in that future video. But yeah, I'm just excited. I feel like there was enough cool, exciting stuff that it just made me jazzed. If there are some new launches out there that you're like, oh my gosh, Jessica, this is so good, please let me know what they are. I want to know. I need to wipe off all of this. So I'm going to do my Amazon returns. These ones are at Kohl's today. I might take a quick dip in at the kids' clothes. We'll see. I might not today because I got other things we need to get done. But like I've told you, I only have a few days where I actually can work as well. And so I have to make the use of this time. But sometimes the best use of the time I have is getting some other things done that I can't as easily get done with sweet little Felicity. So I'm going to move to a closer parking spot because I parked. I knew I was going to film, so I parked really far away. So I'm going to go park closer and get that done and report back. See you later. I just saw, not that I was like snooping, genuinely was shutting my door, and I saw in the passenger side of the car next to me, as I was shutting the door, CDs. CDs. It was so cool. I was like, what CDs? I couldn't tell. But I'm like, I haven't seen CDs in, like, I mean, like being used in a car, like the CDs in their case, just a couple of them. I'm like, this is amazing. Listen to me. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. I don't really like long sleeve jammies though, so I don't think I could do it, but I absolutely love, oh my gosh, look at this one. The girls would love it too. So maybe these though. These are the kind of things that the girls would be like, Mommy, I love those. And like every year when I'd wear them, they'd be like, oh, there they are. Like, it's that time of year. So that might be worth the $20-ish. That is so cute.
I think that was one thing that surprised me the most about having kids as they've gotten older is like traditions that you didn't even realize you created. That to them, they're like, oh, that's what we do every year. I'm like, oh, do we? I don't know. But then you're like, well, now I have to. But it's always like cute little dumb things. So I love, this is totally would be one of those things. So I'm going to buy these. And hopefully that's it.
All right. I actually just filmed a video about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I didn't even know that sale was occurring until my friend texted me and was like, hey, what do you recommend? And I'm like, I better film a video because I always do. I think one year or one sale I did just like on Instagram, something like that, like reel. But I was wishy-washy about doing it. I asked you guys on my Instagram and you guys, generally, most of you guys wanted it. I'm like, all right. So we just had a little chill chat sesh about what's on the sale, part of the sale. So I should probably hang up the phone because I don't have enough minutes for but anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I mean, it's similar to my normal vlogs, but I wanted it to be a little more like we were just on the phone together, obviously. I don't know. Some of you guys are probably like, this was nothing different than your normal vlog. I don't know. I was trying to just get creative, I guess. So let me know your thoughts on it. Any ways you think I could improve upon it, let me know. And I'm so glad that you watched. I hope you subscribe. Check out my weekly vlogs, just like this one. Similar to this one, I should say. I will link the playlist below. You can click around, see if you missed any in there. I would say watch this vlog next. This was one of my more recent ones that a lot of you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys will check it out and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.